See you on the other side, boys. And when I get there, I'll send you a cable.
This fall, Pixar presents Sweaters. Pixar, we're not a guaranteed home run anymore.
Pixar's latest original offering might not be a new masterpiece on par with the studio's classics, but it is a really wonderful story that combines eye-popping sci-fi escapism with deeply relatable coming-of-age drama. It's a space adventure about a little boy who dreams of exploring the cosmos, but it's really a touching story about a little boy who feels scared and alone, and wants to leave Earth because he feels like his own planet is rejecting him. In true Pixar fashion, it's fun, light-hearted children's entertainment that also hits really close to home with its emotional beats. It won't have you laughing as hysterically as Monsters Inc. or The Incredibles. It won't have you sobbing as uncontrollably as Up or Toy Story 3. And it's not as deeply profound as Pixar's first trip to space, WALL-E. But you'll leave with your ribs adequately tickled and your heartstrings adequately tugged.
Gordon?
Hi, Dad. I'm a bargaining chip.
No, say the other thing.
Oh, help me, Father. He overpowered me.
Disney Pixar's Elio.
This video contains some spoilers for Elio, but it doesn't give away the store. Elio was originally supposed to be released on the 1st of March 2024, but it got delayed to June 2025, partly due to the 2023 strikes, and partly due to an unexpected corporate reshuffling behind the scenes at Pixar. Whenever a film's release date is delayed by more than a year, it's a major red flag that the movie isn't working at all, and needs some drastic retooling to salvage it. And whenever a film is developed under one studio regime and completed under another, it's an even bigger red flag. And on top of all that, the movie switched directors in the middle of production. It was initially conceived by Adrian Molina as a deeply personal passion project based on his own childhood, but he went off to work on Coco 2 and got replaced by Madeline Sharafian and Domi Shi. All that behind the scenes chaos seemed to suggest that this movie would be a complete mess, and that if it wasn't terrible, it would be nothing short of a miracle. So imagine my surprise when I sat down to watch Elio and it was an absolute delight. The characters are lovable and well-rounded, the storytelling is airtight, it keeps raising the stakes and deepening the emotions, and above all, it's wildly entertaining.
Gordon, I am not fireproof!
Why didn't you say something?
Gordon!
Just get in my mouth.
It's actually kind of comfy in here.
It is? I've never been in there.
Elio ponders the question, are we alone? It uses that existential speculation about life on other planets to examine our loneliness and isolation on our own planet. The titular Elio is an awkward, unsocial kid who's been moved to a military base and put under the care of his auntie after the tragic loss of his parents. His auntie is completely unprepared to be a parent, which makes Elio feel like she doesn't want to be his guardian. And more broadly, since he struggles to make friends and doesn't fit in with social norms, he doesn't feel like he belongs on Earth. So he desperately wants to be abducted by aliens and spends all day every day waiting for a UFO to take him away. You can tell what the dramatic resolution will be from the beginning. He'll realize that all the love and companionship and sense of belonging he's looking for was on Earth all along. But that doesn't make it any less poignant. After aliens discover the Voyager, Elio is mistaken for the leader of Earth and whisked away to join the Communiverse, an intergalactic society of all the most brilliant minds in the cosmos. The visuals are stunning as always. Pixar really cooked with the alien designs and the otherworldly world building. And there's a lot of dazzling cosmic vistas paired beautifully with the Voyager Golden Record and archival recordings of Carl Sagan. The meanwhile back at the ranch B story usually grinds the A story to a halt and kills the momentum. I absolutely loved the meanwhile back on Earth B story in Elio. The Communiverse send a perfect clone of Elio back to Earth to stay with his auntie, and he's the polar opposite of Elio. He's confident, he's outspoken, he's eager to help out with the housework, and he has no trouble making new friends. I would have loved to spend more time with Elio 2.0, but that's not the story they're telling. The heart of the movie is Elio's friendship with a cute little alien named Glorden. This kid is so lonely that he has to go halfway across the universe to find a kindred spirit. Much like Elio, Glorden is misunderstood by his people and doesn't fit in on his home planet. Glorden is supposed to follow in his father's footsteps and become a notorious warlord, but he doesn't want to hurt people. As he and Elio help each other out, they become the best of friends, and they're as endearing a duo as Woody and Buzz or Marlin and Dory, albeit not as comically mismatched.
I'm Glorden.
Back home, I didn't fit in. I thought Earth was the problem. But what if it's me?
Well, I like you, and you seem fine to me.
The voice cast are fantastic. Jonas Kibriab anchors the movie with his turn as Elio. He expertly conveys every emotion, ranging from giddy excitement to abject all-is-lost misery. And he nails the timing of every comedic delivery. Remy Edgerly gives an adorable turn as the sweet, naive, good-natured Glorden. Brad Garrett has a ton of fun playing Glorden's villainous dad, Lord Grigan. And Zoe Saldana is typically great as Elio's auntie, in a movie that'll do a lot more good than Emilia Perez. There were no kids in my early morning opening day screening, just a couple in front of me who spent the whole film making out for some bizarre reason. But I think kids will really like Elio, not just because it's a fun adventure across the stars with a lot of laughs, but because it speaks to a lot of the foibles and insecurities that all kids deal with. I think a lot of kids will want to hug their parents after seeing this, because it's all about how much their parents care about them and what they'd sacrifice for them. Elio's strained relationship with his auntie is contrasted with Gordon's strained relationship with his dad. They don't always understand their weird kids, but that doesn't mean they don't love them. There's nothing in this movie that's quite as heartbreaking as Andy leaving his toys behind, or Sully having to say goodbye to Boo, or Carl Fredricksen losing his wife. But there is one beautiful emotional moment that really got to me. Elio realizes his auntie also feels alone. She's a single parent who constantly has to answer for all the trouble he gets himself into, so she feels like she's completely on her own. This is when Elio finally stops pushing his auntie away and embraces her, and suddenly neither of them feel alone anymore.
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
This is the bathroom.
Pixar have been kinda hit and miss for about the past decade, but Elio is way more on the side of hit than miss. I absolutely adored it. I was taken with the story, I enjoyed being transported to this strange new world, I was emotionally invested in how it would all shake out, and I found all the characters, especially Elio himself, to be utterly charming.
What a heroic figure!
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. Remember to like and subscribe and click on the little bell. And also seize the day and call your mom and be kind to yourself.